Before the dinosaurs walked the earth, this tree was already here. It survived ice ages, mass extinctions, and even the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. A single species, virtually unchanged for 270 million years. Scientists call it a living fossil. But that is not why researchers around the world are obsessed with it. Inside its fan-shaped leaves lies a cocktail of compounds that may hold secrets to protecting the human brain. This is Ginkgo biloba. And what science is discovering about it could change everything we understand about memory, aging, and neurological disease. Introduction. Ginkgo biloba is the oldest living tree species on the planet. It has no close relatives. It stands alone in its entire botanical division. For centuries, it was believed to be extinct in the wild until scientists discovered ancient groves hidden in Chinese mountain valleys. Buddhist monks planted these trees around temples, unknowingly preserving a species that had vanished from the rest of the world. But the monks were not just preserving history. They were using the leaves and seeds as medicine. Traditional Chinese medicine has employed ginkgo for thousands of years to treat respiratory conditions and cognitive decline. Today, modern science is validating what ancient healers suspected all along. Ginkgo extract is now one of the most widely studied herbal medicines in the world. In Germany and France, it is prescribed by doctors as a licensed pharmaceutical. In the United States, it generates over $500 million annually as a supplement. And in research laboratories from Tokyo to Boston, scientists are examining its compounds for potential treatments for dementia, stroke, and neurodegenerative disease. Botanical information. Ginkgo biloba is the sole surviving member of the division Ginkgophyta. Its closest relatives disappeared from the fossil record over 100 million years ago. The tree is native to China, where wild populations exist in the Tianmu Mountain region. However, due to centuries of cultivation, ginkgo trees now grow across temperate regions worldwide. The tree is remarkably hardy. It can live for over 1,000 years and reach heights exceeding 150 feet. Ginkgo trees are dioecious, meaning individual trees are either male or female. Female trees produce foul-smelling seeds that contain butyric acid, the same compound found in rancid butter. For this reason, urban planners typically plant only male trees. The medicinal value of ginkgo comes primarily from its leaves. These distinctive fan-shaped leaves contain the highest concentration of bioactive compounds. They are harvested, dried, and processed into standardized extracts used in research and commercial products. Active chemical compounds. The chemistry of ginkgo leaves is extraordinarily complex. Scientists have identified over 40 distinct bioactive compounds within the plant. The two most important categories are flavonoids and terpenoids. Flavonoid glycosides make up approximately 24% of standardized ginkgo extracts. These compounds are powerful antioxidants. They neutralize free radicals, unstable molecules that damage cells and contribute to aging and disease. Specific flavonoids in ginkgo include quercetin, kaempferol, and isorhamnetin. These molecules have demonstrated anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective properties in laboratory studies. The second major category is terpenoids, specifically compounds called ginkgolides and bilobalide. These make up approximately 6% of standardized extracts. Ginkgolides are virtually unique to the ginkgo tree. They do not exist in any other plant species. Ginkgolide B has received particular scientific attention. It functions as a platelet-activating factor antagonist. This means it can reduce blood clotting and improve circulation. Bilobalide has shown neuroprotective effects in studies examining brain injury and oxygen deprivation. Together, these compounds create a synergistic effect that researchers believe explains ginkgo's influence on cognitive function and circulation. Effects on the human body. When ginkgo compounds enter the bloodstream, they produce several measurable physiological effects. The most documented effect is on blood circulation. Ginkgo flavonoids relax blood vessel walls through a mechanism involving nitric oxide. This vasodilation increases blood flow throughout the body, including to the brain. Improved cerebral blood flow means more oxygen and glucose reach brain cells. This may explain why some studies show improved cognitive performance after ginkgo supplementation. The terpenoids, particularly ginkgolide B, reduce platelet aggregation. This blood-thinning effect decreases the risk of clots forming in small blood vessels. For brain health, this is significant because microclots can cause silent damage to neural tissue over time. Ginkgo compounds also demonstrate antioxidant activity within neural tissue. The brain is particularly vulnerable to oxidative stress due to its high oxygen consumption and lipid content. By neutralizing free radicals, ginkgo flavonoids may protect neurons from damage associated with aging. Some research suggests ginkgo influences neurotransmitter systems. Studies have shown effects on acetylcholine, serotonin, and norepinephrine pathways. These neurotransmitters are critical for memory formation, mood regulation, and attention. Additionally, bilobalide appears to protect mitochondria, the energy-producing structures within cells. Mitochondrial dysfunction is increasingly linked to neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Pharmaceutical use. In Europe, Ginkgo biloba extract is an approved pharmaceutical medication. German physicians prescribe it under brand names like Tibonin for cognitive impairment and circulatory disorders. The German Commission E has officially approved ginkgo for treating dementia syndromes and peripheral arterial disease. In France, ginkgo extract ranks among the most prescribed medications for age-related cognitive decline. European pharmaceutical standards require ginkgo products to contain standardized concentrations of active compounds. These products must contain 24% flavonoid glycosides and 6% terpenoids. This standardization ensures consistent dosing and therapeutic effects. In the United States, ginkgo is classified as a dietary supplement rather than a drug. This means products are not regulated with the same rigor as pharmaceuticals. Quality and potency can vary significantly between brands. Pharmaceutical researchers continue investigating ginkgo compounds for drug development. Ginkgolide B has been studied as a potential treatment for acute ischemic stroke. Its antiplatelet properties could help prevent secondary damage after blood flow interruption. Other researchers are examining whether ginkgo compounds could enhance the effects of existing Alzheimer's medications. Cosmetic and skincare benefits. The cosmetic industry has embraced Ginkgo biloba extract for its antioxidant properties. Free radical damage from UV radiation and environmental pollutants accelerates visible skin aging. Ginkgo flavonoids neutralize these reactive molecules, potentially slowing the formation of fine lines and wrinkles. The improved circulation associated with ginkgo may benefit skin health through enhanced nutrient delivery. Better blood flow brings more oxygen and nutrients to dermal cells. Some research suggests this could improve skin tone and reduce dullness. Ginkgo extract appears in various anti-aging serums, creams, and lotions. Formulations often combine it with other antioxidants like vitamin C and vitamin E for synergistic effects. The anti-inflammatory properties of ginkgo compounds may help calm irritated or sensitive skin. Some studies suggest benefits for conditions involving inflammation, like rosacea and eczema. Hair care products also incorporate ginkgo extract. Improved scalp. Circulation could theoretically support hair follicle health. However, clinical evidence for hair growth benefits remains limited. Industrial and commercial uses. The global market for Ginkgo Biloba products is substantial. Annual sales of ginkgo supplements exceed $1 billion worldwide. It consistently ranks among the top-selling herbal products in North America and Europe. The supplement industry offers ginkgo in numerous formats. Capsules and tablets containing standardized extract are most common. Liquid tinctures, soft gels, and combination formulas are also available. The pharmaceutical industry, particularly in Europe, represents another major market. Prescription ginkgo medications generate hundreds of millions in annual revenue. Functional beverage companies have begun incorporating ginkgo into energy drinks and cognitive enhancement products. These products market the brain health associations of the ingredient. The cosmetics industry uses ginkgo extract in premium skincare lines. Anti-aging products frequently feature ginkgo as a key active ingredient. Traditional herbal medicine continues to use ginkgo in various formulations. Chinese and Japanese herbal practitioners prescribe it for numerous conditions. Scientific research and clinical studies. Ginkgo biloba is one of the most researched herbal medicines in scientific literature. Thousands of studies have examined its effects on cognition, circulation, and disease. Research results have been mixed, creating ongoing scientific debate. The most rigorous examination was the Ginkgo Evaluation of Memory study, known as GEM. This large-scale trial followed over 3,000 elderly participants for several years. The study found that ginkgo did not prevent dementia or Alzheimer's disease in healthy older adults. However, critics noted the study population may have been too healthy to show preventive effects. Other studies have shown more promising results for people with existing cognitive impairment. A meta-analysis published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease examined 21 clinical trials. The researchers concluded that ginkgo extract improved cognitive function in patients with dementia. The effect size was comparable to some pharmaceutical dementia medications. Research on healthy adults seeking cognitive enhancement shows less consistent benefits. Some studies demonstrate improved memory and attention. Others show no significant difference from placebo. Current research is investigating ginkgo for numerous conditions, including tinnitus, glaucoma, macular degeneration, and anxiety disorders. Scientists are also exploring whether ginkgo compounds could protect against chemotherapy-induced cognitive impairment. Safe usage and dosage. Clinical studies typically use standardized Ginkgo biloba extract at specific doses. The most common dosage in research is 120 to 240 milligrams daily. This is usually divided into 2 or 3 doses taken with meals. Standardized extracts should contain 24% flavonoid glycosides and 6% terpenoids. This standardization, known as EGB 761, is the formulation used in most clinical research. Products meeting this specification are most likely to produce effects consistent with published studies. Effects may not be immediately noticeable. Many studies show benefits emerging after 4 to 6 weeks of consistent use. Some research suggests that longer supplementation periods produce more pronounced effects. Ginkgo is available in several forms. Standardized capsules and tablets are most reliable for consistent dosing. Liquid extracts and tinctures are available, but harder to dose accurately. Ginkgo tea made from dried leaves provides much lower concentrations of active compounds. Raw ginkgo seeds should never be consumed as they contain toxic compounds. Risks and side effects. Ginkgo biloba is generally well tolerated by most adults. Common side effects include headache, dizziness, and gastrointestinal upset. These effects are typically mild and resolve with continued use or dose reduction. The most significant concern with ginkgo relates to bleeding risk. Ginkgo compounds inhibit platelet aggregation, which thins the blood. People taking anticoagulant medications like warfarin should avoid ginkgo. The combination could increase bleeding risk significantly. Similarly, ginkgo should be discontinued at least 2 weeks before surgical procedures. This allows normal platelet function to resume before surgery. Ginkgo may interact with other medications metabolized by liver enzymes. These include certain antidepressants, anti-seizure drugs, and blood pressure medications. Anyone taking prescription medications should consult a healthcare provider before using ginkgo. Allergic reactions are possible, particularly in individuals sensitive to poison ivy or mango rind. These plants contain compounds structurally similar to some ginkgo constituents. Raw ginkgo seeds contain ginkgo toxin, a compound that can cause seizures. Commercial ginkgo leaf extracts remove this dangerous substance during processing. Age groups and suitability. Most ginkgo research has focused on older adult populations. Adults over 50 experiencing age-related cognitive changes may be appropriate candidates. The research suggests this group may derive the most benefit from supplementation. Middle-aged adults seeking to support cognitive health may also consider ginkgo. However, evidence for preventive benefits in healthy middle-aged adults is limited. Younger adults sometimes use ginkgo as a nootropic for cognitive enhancement. Evidence for benefits in healthy young adults is inconsistent. Most studies in this population show modest or no effects on memory and attention. Children should not use ginkgo supplements without medical supervision. Safety data in pediatric populations is insufficient. Pregnant and breastfeeding women should avoid ginkgo. The blood-thinning effects raise concerns about bleeding. Complications during pregnancy and delivery. Insufficient safety data exists for nursing infants exposed through breast milk. Individuals with bleeding disorders should avoid ginkgo entirely. Those scheduled for surgery should discontinue use well in advance of procedures. Conclusion: Ginkgo biloba represents something extraordinary in the natural world, a survivor from an age before flowers existed, a living fossil that outlasted the dinosaurs, the ice ages, and even nuclear devastation. For centuries, humans recognized something special about this ancient tree. Traditional healers used it without understanding why it worked. Today, modern science is beginning to decode those ancient secrets. We now know that ginkgo leaves contain compounds found nowhere else in nature, molecules that improve blood flow to the brain, antioxidants that protect neurons from oxidative damage, substances that influence the very neurotransmitters controlling memory and thought. The research remains incomplete. Questions about optimal dosing, ideal candidates, and long-term effects continue to be studied. Not every clinical trial has shown positive results, but the volume of evidence suggesting genuine biological activity cannot be ignored. In a world facing an epidemic of age-related cognitive decline, ginkgo offers something valuable.